Hey guys, I'm back doing another voiceover tutorial for you. Today I thought I'd try and do something really simple, a no makeup look. And as you can see, my hair has finally grown to the length where it's able to tie up, and I know this doesn't look good, but I'm just so excited to finally be able to tie up my hair again, so yeah. But let's get started. So first, for my primer, I'm going to use my Master Prime by Maybelline. It is green because it's infused with a color corrector, and green is really good to cancel out redness in the skin, which I very much have. For foundation, I'll be using my usual Can't Stop Won't Stop by NYX, and this is in their lightest shade. I think it's called Fair Light, and I know what you're thinking, this is quite a light shade, but I feel like this is the shade that is most accurate to my skin tone because there's so much redness, and I feel like that this just really covers up the redness as best as it can. And I mean, let's be honest, I am very pale. I look like a sheet of loose leaf paper most of the time. For concealer, I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to use this concealer by The Face Shop, and I'm using this one because it's more sheer and because I'm doing a very natural look. I don't want a super full coverage feel today, so I'm just going to be applying this concealer with my fingertips in the spots that I want to conceal, and I'll just use my beauty blender to buff that into my under eyes. I'll be using my usual setting powder by NYX, and it's translucent. I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush and set my under eyes with that, and then I'm going to take a bigger face brush and just set the entire face with that, because Lord, I am oily. For eyebrows, I'll be taking the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil and the ColourPop Boss Brow Gel, and first with my eyebrows I always start off by brushing them in an upward motion so they're nice and flat, and then I take the crayon portion and just kind of underline the shape that I want, and I'll fill in the remaining space with that color. And once I've applied the brow gel, I'm going to go back in with the brush from the pencil and just brush through the product and shape the brows how I want them to look. For the eyes, I'll be going into my Chasing Rainbows palette by ColourPop and taking this nude shade, and I'm putting that on so it hides all the veins in my eyelids. And then I'm going to take the least touch of highlight from this NYX Mini eyeshadow palette. I'm taking the shade on the far left and just popping that in my inner corner. For mascara, I'll be using the Milk Kush mascara, and I'm not going to go super heavy with it because again, this is a very natural look, so I'll probably just do one coat for each set of lashes. For the cheeks, I'll be using my Milk Cheek and Lip Tint, and I'm just going to apply it directly on my cheeks and on my nose and blend it out with my fingertips. I've tried in the past to do it with a brush or a beauty blender, but I really thought that the blend looked kind of patchier it straight up just didn't work at all. So personally, I think the fingertips are the best method in blending out this blush because it is a creamy product. And then we'll just do a tiny touch of highlight. Even though this is a natural look, we still want them cheeks to pop, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. And for my lips, I'm just gonna use that same lip and cheek tint as I did before. This color is actually very close to my natural lip color, which is crazy. And I'm just gonna smudge it a little bit with my fingers because I feel like, again, since this is more natural, it would look more natural if it was a tiny bit faded. And I'll just add a very little amount of clear lip gloss on top of that. And then boom, bitch, we're done! That's it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. I know it was kind of boring and maybe not something that's super enjoyable to watch, but this is a really simple makeup for everyday wear. Bye bye, go wear a mask, please.